Welcome. Now that Python is installed and VS Code is set up, it's time to write your very first Python script. In C# you would start with the main. So here in this lecture, it is writing your first Python script. So what is the lecture objective? Let's see. Create a Python script using VS Code, write and run a basic Python program, understand Python's entry point concepts, relate Python scripting to C# main. So we'll follow these steps. Open VS Code, go to File, New File, and save it as Hello.py. So let's go back to Visual Studio Code, and I have opened a folder Python which is empty at the moment. Okay, and let's create a new file, and I will call this. So I have created a new file in this folder, hello.py, and I will paste this code. Okay, and save it. Print hello Python data science world, and this is just like hello world program of C#. Okay, now I will run this script from VS Code and open a command window, control and backtick. Okay, so that will open the terminal window. Now I'll just reduce it to much below the actual coding real estate, and then I will give this command Python hello.py. Hello Python data science world. That's the first program that we have written in this course, and now we are up for doing more and more advanced things. All right, so here is our output which was expected. Next, now we have already run this script. Okay, open terminal in VS Code, which we have seen, type Python hello.py, and expected output was this, which we have already experienced. So now we'll add a function. All right, so we'll add this function greet username, and with a print statement again, f hello name, and welcome to Python. This is the f string, which is similar to string interpolation in C#, and then we'll call this function and pass in Kaushik. I'll do that on Visual Studio Code. We'll flip over to Visual Studio Code once more. So Visual Studio Code, and I will save. I'll create a new file. So I created a new file, hello_with function.py, and I'll paste this code which we have already seen on my slideshow, on my slide. So def greet user and passing a name. Now this name, when I call this function greet user, I pass this name Kaushik. So you'd expect something like, hello Kaushik, welcome to Python. Now let's run this just like the earlier one. Hello, not hello.py, but hello with function. Hello Kaushik, welcome to Python. All right, that's what our expectation was. Let's get back to our slideshow. So we have done this optional add a function. So what are the key takeaways? In .py files, these are the building blocks of Python program with py extension. No main method needed. Execution is top to bottom, and use print for debugging and output. So this is a bonus. Now Pythonic entry point. What is the entry point in Python? Def main. So print, this is the entry point, and if this is a double underscore. If double underscore name, double underscore equals double underscore main, double underscore, then calling the main. Now let's understand this. What is happening over here? Now, in order to understand what I have written in this slide, and it will make sense only when I code it, when I show you live on the Visual Studio Code. Now, these are the two files that I have built. Utils.py, which is what I was showing you on the slide. Def say hello and a print statement hello from utils. Utils.py, and the other file is importing utils, and utils.say hello. It is calling from the utils file. It is taking the say hello function. Say hello function. Okay, so let's run one by one. Python, when I'm running utils.py, then it is printing utils.py was run directly, but it is not printing hello from utils. Okay, so, and then let me run the other one, Python app.py, hello from utils. So when I run this one, app.py, so it is I'm importing from utils, and from utils it is taking this part, hello, say hello function it is calling, so it is printing hello from utils. But on the other hand, when I was running utils.py directly, so it was telling utils.py was run directly. So this line in Python, if underscore, this is double underscore. So I have put a highlight in the slideshow. You'll see double underscore name, double underscore equals double underscore main, double underscore, then print, then main. Okay, and it acts like the entry point in a C# program. And parallel in C# is static void main string array args console.writeLine. This is the entry point. Okay. So in C#, the main method is automatically executed when the program starts. In Python, execution begins at the top of the file unless you add this guard. So what does name underscore name underscore equals underscore main underscore equal mean? When a Python file is run directly, like we are running Python hello.py, Python sets the special built-in variable where it's just there is a special built-in variables that was internal to Python's interpreter. It sets the special built-in variable name underscore name, or double underscore, or dunder in short it is said, dunder name dunder to dunder main dunder, and if that file is imported to another script, the dunder name dunder becomes the module name instead. So this line this means that it instructs the Python interpreter to run this block only if the script is being run directly, not when it is imported. So it is telling that, so run this directly when, not when it is imported. Okay, like here it is, here this util script is imported, so in that case don't run this. Only if it is run directly, utils.py, like utils.py was run directly, it was printed. Okay, and it allows your .py file to be both run as a standalone script and imported as a reusable module without executing the main code. So this is the example. Now let's see what our slideshow says. This is already explained. Now here is an explainer, acts like C# static void main. And this is double under name, double under is set to double under main, and double under when script is run directly. Code inside this block won't run if the file is imported. If it is imported, like in app.py, you are importing the utils, this block will not be run. But otherwise, if it is not imported, this block will run. Best practice for script that might be reused. Example usage ensures reusability plus script execution. Okay, so here I have written this warning: use double underscore, don't mistype them, single underscores. So guys, this is a bonus for C# developers writing a C# scripts without a project. So as a C# developer, you are probably used to writing code inside a console project or a full Visual Studio solution. But just like Python, C# can also be written and tested quickly without using a script-like environment. Here are 3 ways to do that without creating a full console project, and the option is, first one is C# interactive csi.exe. So for this, you need to open your developer command prompt, which is only available with Visual Studio, not the Visual Studio Code. So I have opened the Visual Studio 2022, and I'll click on tools and then command line and developer command prompt here, and then I will type this CSI. Now CSI will bring me in the interactive shell mode. Here I can type help for more information, but I would like to have a snippet of code which I am on my clipboard, and I will paste this and I'll get this answer console.writeline X straight away. Alright, and the second method uses a global tool, .NET script, which is now again which will allow us to switch over to Visual Studio Code, because that is a Visual Studio Code installation. .NET script install with .NET tool, install globally .NET script, and then we have to create a CSX file, which is script.cxx, for example, or test.cxx, or whatever it is, and then we'll have this code int x equals 5 and control.writeline x multiplied by 2, and run it with .NET script, script.csx, which we'll now do on the Visual Studio Code. So I've got this .NET script version. It is already installed, so it shows a version. So you have already got it installed, but if you want to be sure, you can run this version check .NET script version 1.6.0, and then I have got this on my C# folder, which I have already used previously. I've got this code int x equals 510 and console.writeline x multiplied by 3. So I am expecting 510 multiplied by 3, that is 1530, and I will run this. It was already run previously, but I will run it again. So 1530. So these two methods I have shown, and the third option is an online tool. So if you look into the slideshow, use online tools like .NET Fiddle.net. Now this online tool, it uses online compilers like .NET Fiddle to run and share C# snippets quickly. Now I am not in favor of option 3 because I am done with option 1 or option 2. Both are working fine with me, but be aware that these approaches are great for quick testing, prototyping and learning, and they bring C# scripting a step closer to the Python experience you are now exploring.